Let me get a mic checkage. This is the West Wing room. Got the do not disturb going. For the joy of Vegas, Richie Vegas, Robert Ramcharger, D Vish, Bob the B. So let me get a mic checkage. Yep, in the West Wing. Let me get settled in here a second. Let me get my stuff down. Let's see, where am I going to put this? How about I put it right on the table here? CD. Let's get exciting bathroom. All right, let's get some view going on in here. Enrique, Yamiko, Chris Annette, Maria, HC Hot Life. Sound is good. How's the picture? Picture looks good too. Skål in Norway. All right, good. So let me give you another look outside here real quick before we camp out for a bit. Nicole, Great Dane Mom. Isn't it a beautiful hallway? Picture's good. Sarah, how you doing? Jim, only you can be you. And Scott. Diane O, Bob the B, Rose Barba, Butler. Well, everyone's here. We're stacking up good. Okay, great. Well, let's open the curtains. Let's get some curtain activity going on here. Bum, bum, bum. Open. Shantae Thomas. So those of you familiar with the West Tower, this is the view. That is the conservatory down there, obviously the pool area. Cosmo off in the distance. All right, let me drop an intro real quick. BrorFredrik coming at you with another live video tonight from a single bedroom suite at the Bellagio West Tower. So I wanted to start off a little tour in here. Gonna say hello. Obviously, we've been busy, got the computers out. Kind of a, busman's holiday, doing a little work, doing a little relaxing, and we might do a little drinking. We shall see. So if you're new to the channel, go ahead and like, subscribe, share, hit that bell button to get notified when I do this again, which is Tuesday afternoons, Thursday nights, and Saturday nights. And if you'd like to support the channel, you can do that via Patreon. Get a channel membership. Click on any of the links in the description below. And there's always Cash App and Venmo. And Super Chats are always welcome. So, let's do that. Dining at Prime? No, I actually, last night I ate at... Let me see everyone for a second. Let me get a little comfy. Let's get comfy. Let me get some comfy views. All right, let's see here. How comfy is this? Oh, that's comfy AF. Okay, is that good? Rule of thirds? I'm a photographer, you know I gotta do rule of thirds. Well, almost a rule of thirds. Let's get over here. Gonna actually do a quick review of BAVETTES over at Park MGM. Ate there with a couple of good friends last night. It was fantastic, so we're gonna cover that. Gonna cover Park MGM. Gonna have a look around the room here too. They ran out of bathrobes. I was gonna do the entire show in a bathrobe, but it's gonna have to do, and we're gonna wait for the sun to go down because the view here is absolutely freaking stunning. And you'll see that in a minute. And I got my, let's see what we're working with here. Dollar bill, yo. I found that in my closet. So let's have us a little look around. I was gonna get in a bathrobe, but they're out of bathrobes. I was gonna call down. I could use some Bellagio slippers. They had them here, but cleaning hasn't returned them yet. We're probably gonna see a little bit of a sunset. Yeah, I used to play craps. I haven't played craps at Park MGM in quite well since they became Park, but I used to play a ton of craps when it was a Monte Carlo. Isn't that a nice view right there? We're gonna see that light up in a minute. All right, let's see what we're working with here. Nope, no H2O tonight. Gonna rock a flask. Gonna have a couple little drinks here. We got some cigarage. I don't think we're gonna crack into those, but if anyone's familiar with this, all right, who can tell me what that is? Has anyone seen one of those before? I'll give it a few minutes before I tell you what it is. Yeah, I got a haircut, Divish. The long hair just will not cut it in the summer. Okay. All right, and who knows what? Oh, you missed it. Isn't this cool? Got my own little fish tank going on over here. And no, all right, I'll show you one more time without showing you too much information. Who knows what that is? And no, it's not bingo. Yeah, I got all my hairs cut. There's one they missed in the back, and I left it there, you know, like alfalfa. So let's start. I'm gonna have a little sip here. You can join me if you want or not. We shall see. All right, here we go. All right, I'm not going to do it on the floor because I'm going to respect the Bellagio, but let's give a little pour. That's for the BrorNation that's not here, and the rest is for me. So here we go. Yeah, it is basically alcohol in a bowling pin looking thing, but we'll talk about what kind in a bit. So let's take a look around. I can't wait for the lights to come on. That's going to be an amazing view. Sipping on the H2O, nothing wrong with that. Got our desk activities going on over here. Getting a little work done. It's all good. And, oh, they tossed us a spare bed, which is kind of groovy. Or trampoline. And this is just the guest bathroom, obviously. You know, nice. Well cared for. Peace. Yeah, it's a fantastic view. All right, let's take a walk in. This is the master bedroom suite. It is actually quiet in here. I feel like keeping my inside voice on. It's actually very, very quiet in here. Here has a little, the living area has a little bit of a reverb to it, but the actual bedroom area is peaceful. And let's have a quick look around. Chaise Lounge. Got some stuff out there. Let's see. So this is what you can expect. I'll jump on the bed. You're going to watch? I'll take a watch. Give me 2 seconds. I will jump on this bed like a freak for $5. I'll give you 5 up and downs. Don't know how to cool or what? I found it in the back of my closet, you know, in case of emergency, you got your call. But it's beautiful. This is what you can expect. I'm not going to show you the closet. You don't want to see my clothes and all that. And, of course, hot tub. Yeah, monies. Okay. Is that a one-way mirror? It's either a TV or a one-way mirror into the next room. I haven't figured that out yet. So let's get, where is, oh, here we go. Let's get some activities going. See, it's kind of cool. See? It's got the ceiling lights. That's a nice look. But, let's open up. Yeah, it's a TV, for sure. All right, I'm jumping on that bed for Beth. Hold on. Let's look down. Ain't that a purty view? All right, you got the parking garage there, but you know, like, come on. The conservatory is gonna put on the lights in about, what time is it? Probably about 15 minutes or so. But nice views. And I'm gonna show you, off in the distance over there, right in line, right there. You see that? Right behind there is actually McCarran Airport. And that is one of the reasons why signal in this area gets really, really squirrely. Because they're broadcasting via radar right across this entire area like this. And that tends to interfere with a lot of connections. But I got a great connection right now. Isn't that a nice view right there? See, if you're in this section of the tower, you get mountain views, which are nice. I mean, the mountains look nice. Not the greatest sunset in the world tonight, but we shall see. Hold on, let me kick my shoes off. Let's get comfortable. We're going to be here for a little while. Here's the carpets. I mean, the place is absolutely immaculate, of course. And I'm in I got my socks on. Let's close it. No one needs to see the bathroom. And thank you very much for that super chat. That is awesome of you. Okay, you ready? Hold everything. Hold everything. This for you, Beth. Oh, that's a good view. All right, now take the mic off. All right, let me get in the mood here. All right, Beth. I'm just a big kid. I would do this anyway. Even if Beth didn't give me the $5, I'd be doing this. I'm like bed diving right now, ready to go. Okay, one more. We'll do about it. It's a comfortable bed. I gotta tell you, ready? All right, here we go. You ready? This is like one of those, like at team building, corporate team building. You gotta like fall backwards. All right, you ready? That is just a blast. Wow, that bed is so comfortable. You sink into it like a freak. All right. I'm like fastidious about keeping a bed nice. It's just me, for the most part. But it is comfortable. These are some thick down comforters, and I would say, I don't know if it's foam under there. There's some memory foam under there, but it feels like one of those blue mattresses, those new high-tech ones. Let's see what the pillows are all about here. Oh, those are true down pillows. Yeah, that's awesome. All right. Bed hopping. All right, I did some bed hopping. Bed hopping's awesome. Oh, they're starting to put the lights on down there. Let's see if we can turn these off. Yeah, let's turn this one off. Oop, there we go. Let's turn this one off. Oh, where's this? Oh, shit, we gotta find a switch for this one. Hold on. Bed hopping was his name. Debbie Bedhopper. I used to know a Debbie Bedhopper. Okay. All right, we're getting some views. I am at a one-bedroom penthouse suite in the west wing of the Bellagio. And we're going to chill out here for a while. We'll go downstairs in a bit, but let's appreciate the view. Let's appreciate our time up here. No one ever parks on the roof of the Bellagio there, because you could just fry eggs in there. All right, lights are starting to kick in. See if the towels can fit in the brief. Like I said, I wanted to do. You know what? All right, wait, hold on. Tom, thank you very much for that super chat. All right, hold on. I'm gonna be in and out of this mic, so you're just gonna have to deal with it a bit. But I wanna have fun. Let's have some fun. I wanna get comfortable. I wanna fully appreciate the experience. Let's see. Can I do it from there? Do. I think so. All right, let's do that. All right, wait. Mic's coming out. Let me get rid of this tangle right here, and let's get on our official Bellagio slippers. We need our unboxing knife. Did these just cost me $150 for opening them? I don't know. I dig it. They got a left and a right. They're not like, universal. All right, that's cool. Yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Comes with a carrying pouch and everything. All right, let's check the look. Yeah, look at that. I got my socks on and everything. No holes in them. I checked first. Now we're in comfort. All right, these are comfortable. These are really comfortable. Okay. Shout out Bellagio slippers. All right, let's see what kind of sound these things make. Let's do some exploring. Wait, hold on. All right, that's not too bad. It's got some power. Oh yeah, wait, we gotta check this out. Hold on. Oh. It's firing up. It's firing up. Come on. See? Oh. Whoa. Judge Judy, no way. Am I gonna get in trouble for showing Judge Judy? I don't know, she might sue me. Let's change the channel real quick. What do we got? Channel 7. What channel is like Knight Rider on? Or Star Trek? Let's see. Oh, Christmas, no way. Christmas in July. Okay, I'm down. I'm down, Pat Sajak. Alright, this is cool. Thank you very much for that super chat, Linda. This is nice. Alright, so you're in here. You're taking care of your business. Yeah, alright. You're in here taking care of your business. You can look over your shoulder and check out Pat Sajak. What's not to like? I can give myself a little, let me see. Well, I don't want to see myself that close. Let's see this side. Alright, that's a little better. And that is a Sprint. Thank you, Sprint. Shout out Sprint. A Sprint provided S21 Ultra Samsung. Love you, Sprint, for sending us that phone. Yeah, maybe Airwolf is on or something, or like, what else? Magnum PI. Is Magnum PI on? Yeah, we'll take it real old school. No, I'm digging the Christmas though. That's alright. That's alright. Yeah, there's a hot tub. You want to see a hot tub? Alright, I'll show you a hot tub. It is a nice shower though. It's not like, you could fit maybe 3 or 4 people in here. You can't fit like a half a dozen people, but you could easily fit 3 or 4. Hello! Hello! Yeah, alright, that's good. Yeah, it's a jetted tub. S20 is pretty badass too. They did a camera upgrade for the S20 that's going to bring it on par with the S21. There's not really much of a sunset tonight. There wasn't any clouds to speak of, so it was a little lame. But let's do some zoomage. Not on me. Alright. There's a moon up there. I gotta zoom even closer. Oh, who figured that out? Who figured that out? Hold everything. Somebody figured out what that bottle was, or did you just know? I will find out pricing on it, but for the most part, all right, let me tell you how it is. If you get put up here, you know, you're not worried about the price nor paying. All right, I gotta backtrack a little bit. Yeah, it was a little overcast. Is that a steam shower? I don't know. You want to find out, Steve? Thank you very much for that super chat. But yeah, everyone wants to see. I'll give you a quick hot tubbage. It's not a hot tub. It's, you know, you put your own freaking hot water. I mean, come on now. And is that warning over there? Boom, 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 boom. It's a jet tub. Who doesn't want a jet tub? And we got new subscribers. All right, let's check out let's see if the view is popping yet. It's actually a little darker than it appears in the camera. Okay, so whoever got that, now you're gonna bring me back over there. This here, all right, you ready? This here bottle, it's an extremely, extremely limited bottle. All right, let me get some light on that a little bit. Are you seeing this? Clase Azul. That is a handmade tequila, only for MGM. Care to guess how much that costs? Anyone? I'm not going to say anything yet. Care to guess? Yeah. When you're done with it, Barbara Eden pops out of the bottle. You just got to rub it a little bit, but there's still some left in there. You rub it down here, and Genie pops out. And makes your life a fun train wreck. 95? No. 1500? No. 2500? No. No, keep going. 500? No. 25? No. Not even 25. Let's get a couple lights on in here. More than 25, I'll tell you that much. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice look. Aaron, thank you very much. It is, okay, I'll tell you how much it is. $4,000. That bottle, right there, next to that amazing leather pouch. If this camera had smell-o-vision, you would love smelling this. This is one of the nicest grain leathers I've ever smelt. You smell it? And that is look at this camera. Is that beautiful or what? Il Bisonte. Thank you for that super chat, Aaron. Oh, you're over at Vidara? Cool. But this is an amazing bottle. $4,000 for that bottle. So we're stepping up our game. We're not doing any Fireball tonight. That leather smells so good, I can't even describe it. Oh, it's starting to get nice down there. In about 15 minutes, it'll come in. If you saw the thumbnail, there's a picture. I took the picture about 5 rooms down. This here is the 35th floor. And about 5 rooms down, I took that other picture. So that's what you could expect to see. Yeah, it's a lot of super chattage for sure. Who super chatted me that $4,000? No, it's not even 4,000. You'd have to super chat me like 6,500 in order for me to buy that. All right, ready for another sip. $60 a pour at the buy. I bet it's more than that. You know, had a tequila in, where was that? The Aria High Limit room. That was $150 a pour, and I'm sure this is even more expensive. All right, but we're sipping. So who's sipping with me? We got new subscribers on board. Yeah, Yeah, what am I doing in here? Well, you know the deal. They left the door open. So, I was walking around. I saw the door open. I'm like, I think we'll go in there. I want to go. Let's shut off some of these lights. You leave a door open. BrorFredrik is entering. Okay, this is better. This is better. Okay. How's your stay at the Vidara, Aaron? I like the Vidara too. There's no robe. That was the first thing I came in for. I got the slippers on though. I got the official Bellagio slippers. Dig me, dig me. They're comfortable. I mean, I'd walk around in here barefoot. I wouldn't walk around barefoot in like the Oyo, but I'd walk around barefoot in a Bellagio penthouse, but still, I'm feeling all sorts of luxurious. Look at that. That's nice. Unfortunately, I haven't seen the coffee maker yet. Let me see, what's going on over here? All right, it's got one of those ice bucket condoms over there. That's all good. Stemware and regular glasses for your water, no paper stuff. I mean, this isn't Harris, come on now. All right, let me do some viewage here. You'll see, as it gets a little darker, you're starting to see it already, right? It's lighting up beautiful. Yeah, if everybody, yes, 500 people watching at $8 a piece, well, I'll drink the whole thing. Let's look at it one more time and appreciate it. For those of you in the know, should know. And we'll give one more look in the back. Yeah, real good. Check out this ashtray. This is kind of anomalous. This is actually a crystal ashtray. Beautiful Bellagio matches. But it's a non-smoking room. So it's just here for effect. So let me give you a little bit of zoomage here. Right? They did not have a bathrobe ready, unfortunately. Getting a little reflection going on here. I think we got to shut this light out. Let's go for full-blown moodage. All right, there we go. It's getting darker. Yeah, I looked in the closet. I found the slippers. I was going to call down and ask, for them to send up some more robes. There was robes here. I'm not saying there wasn't robes. They were just utilized, and they haven't brought any back yet. Oh, I think our fish tank. Is it better than Modelo? I don't know. Cuervo Gold. That's funny. Is it better than Cuervo Gold? All right, starting to get a look already. Yeah, get a robe at the Dollar Tree. Why not? It's like everyone brings the $5 Dollar Tree floats when they go on the lazy river at MGM. Nothing wrong with that. I don't think there is smoking rooms per se. There's actually alarms in here. If I was to light a cigar in here, the fire department would kick in the door with frickin' Smokey the Bear and extinguish my ass. So no. You really can't smoke too many. I'm sure you could get away with it in, I don't know, Flamingo? I don't think you're getting away with it here. I'd blink the lights, but you're behind the lower building. All right, cool. Throw a paper plane. Open the window and throw a paper plane. Let me see if I can catch it. That would be cool. Yeah. All right, let's see. Let me get back to this one over here. Denny's $5 meals. I don't know. But we're going to talk about, I'm going to, wait, hold on. Sippage time. And this isn't this is not liquid IV because the AC is beautiful right now. Here we go. Yeah, that's true too, Jim. It wasn't that bad today. It was a little humid because of some of the thunderstorms in the valley. We're going to sit down in a second too. I'll put the lights back on. I just want to wait. See now, look. Some of the lights are starting to come back on. It's kind of awesome, but we're going to wait until the conservatory lights up. But it was 103, 104 today, which wasn't really terrible, and that's kind of normal. That's okay for this time of the year. You know, I'll deal with it. I don't like it, but I'll deal with it. But that 118, 117, 119, there was a day last week that was 120 even. I don't care what the news said. My car does not lie. It is calibrated AF. And we hit 120. 103 is not bad. Oh, wow, there is super light traffic tonight. What is, I wish I had somebody to go. That is a freaking anomaly. There is never that little traffic on I-15. That's ridiculous. With the shower gel, that is funny. Oh, well, we got to see that. Let me see if there is one out there. I'll put it through the sniff test. And I'm still enjoying these. Oh, wait, hold on. Got out of hand for a second there. I'm still enjoying these. I guess I should put some lights on, huh? Wait. It's so dark, I can't find the switches now. That was kind of dumb of me. Alright, let's get some lights on. Are we upside down? Huh. How about that? Let me, like, undo the upside downage. Ah, that's better. We were upside down for a little while there. Alright, let's get some lights on. Let's get in the mood. Got my... I'm hitting my... you gotta forgive me, but I'm already halfway through this flask, so let's just have some fun. Don't judge me. How often do I get to do this? I'm usually like bopping around the strip like a freak. Alright, hold on. Okay, let's see if we can find some shampooage. We'll give it the sniff test. They even give you mouthwash in here. Alright, let's see. Alright, this is what they give you. You ready? Oh, we still got the TV on. Who's this dude? Who are these people? I don't want to see them. Oh, is that like that Big Brother show or whatever? I don't know if I'm down with that. What happened at Christmas? That looks good. Not really. Is that Chris Rock? That dude looked like Chris Rock. Vegas PBS? Alright, never mind that. Alright, let's give this a sniff test here. This is what you get. Alright, let's see. Yeah, exactly. We do dumb shit, you know? We're just big kids. Alright, let's smell it. You ready? This probably just cost like $99 to open. I can get down with that. Can you smell it? That's all right. That's okay. It's not, you know, it's a little bit unisex, but it's not like, you know, it's still, I wouldn't say it's manly AF, but it smells good. I don't mind smelling like that. I put on, what am I wearing tonight? Let me smell myself. I have polo black on tonight. I think it went with the room. I think I smell good. Oh, I should do some house cleaning. See, this is what I was talking about. See, I was going to get I'm looking at TVs for those of you who know, and I'm used to the central stand. And I have a joint like this that it's got to sit on. But most of the TVs now, especially the 65s, they don't do the single stand anymore. They do this like one on the side, and I'm fearing it might hang over. So I got to go down to like Best Buy or something and start measuring them. Let me put some lights on. I don't want to put them on yet. I want you guys to see this. Not paid. All right, here we go. It's getting there. It's getting there. It's not quite full-blown viewage yet. No, I'm flying solo. $20, dig your toes into the... Oh, you're into feet and rugs and stuff? That's cool, no judgment. I got my own little things. Oh, let's get some lights on in here. Okay, that's a little better. That's a little... All right, hold on, wait. All right, for you, Beth. I would open the mini bar, but I think like an alarm will go off. I think the credit card will be like hit for like 2G easy. All right, let's see the carpet here. Yeah, it's not the thickest carpet, you know. It's kind of it has no pile to it per se, but it still feels good. I'm all right with it. What? What is this, an emergency if I want to jump out? For fresh air, ventilation, push it this way? No way. Yeah, like this has ever been opened. Oh, wait, hold on. No way. I think I'm the first person since this place opened that ever opened this. What is this doing? It's using the vacuum, the air differential between outside and inside, and forcing air through this vent with a filter. But it's, oh, do you see the dust come up? But it's hot. It is like totally hot air. No, I'll pass on that. No. Oh, everything's starting to light up now. Thank you, Maria, for that super chat. Very kind of you. Let me see if there's any notes attached to that. So again, if you're new to the channel, you might as well subscribe, like, share, and hit that bell button to get notified when I do this again. And I'll be doing more of these, trust me. And we're going to get into a review. Oh, in case you didn't know, check this out. You might as well see this too, for those of you late. All right, let's see. That's the sheer. Dig it, dig it, dig it. Beagle. There we go. Look at that. See, now we don't even know we're in Vegas. Now, okay, let's get the full effect. Let's rush over there. Open, open. Nice. All right, the reflection I'm not digging because the lights are coming on. Let me shut some of these off. Yeah, okay, here we go. That's the first time I think anyone's ever opened those vents on the bottom. You know what? I would open those in the winter and let that cool air in. See, the view's starting to get pretty cool. Not quite. It's got another 15 minutes to go. American in the house. All right, let me see. All right, you want me to do some views? All right, hold on. Let's do some views. Them some views. All right, this is a good selfie right here. I need the right amount of light. Hold on. Not too much, not too little. Let's see how this one's going to work. Yeah, all right. I'll wear out this carpet. It's that time again. Paul, thank you for that super chat. Salud. Oh yeah, that's good. I didn't know who this dude was. I just found out that he won America Got Talent twice, but his show was opening back up. Yeah, I'll pose for a commercial. Have you you ever wanted to come to Vegas? Let's see. The voice of Vegas. I like that. Art, thank you very much. Wait, let me check everyone out here. Art, cheers to the voice of Vegas with the $10 super chat. I appreciate that. And Paul, thank you very much. A lot of new subscribers, too. I'm digging it. All right, let's do some more. How you doing? It's almost dark enough. All right, hold on. Yeah, that guy's face is everywhere. And now he's on my freaking show. I just didn't know he was like any one of, I mean, I guess if you're headlining in Vegas, you gotta be somebody. What is this? What did I miss here? Whoa, that's old. This belongs in the Smithsonian. What we got here? VGA. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, sorry. Video in, video. I mean, you could hook all your shit up to it. That's kind of cool. Got a USB data port and a charging with VGA in case you bring your old school tube monitor in here. You never know. What is flashing down there? We got to shut these lights out. It's starting to get pretty. Hold on. Yeah, he's some kind of magician. I mean, I don't really know too much about him, but I think I'm gonna go see him. Which light is causing all this activity here? All right, let's shut this one out. Okay. Do. Oh, it's getting nice now. It's a different feel from the Wynn. This room, I'd say a little more. It's got a little more traditional feel than the Wynn does. The Wynn, I would say, perhaps a little more modern. Needs to get a little bit darker. Let's see here. Let's get some viewage here. Right, with the VGA input, no kidding. Let me get my 15-inch VGA monitor out of the trunk. We could hook it up. Yeah, you can see it's starting to get lit down there. We shall see. All right, let me unzoom. Are we unzoomed? Yeah, I think we are. Wow, it looks like wonky, but that's close. I could hit that with a spitball. You know, that is the south wing. We are in the west wing. I got like a B- in geography. Come on now. But ain't that pretty looking? Look at that. That's pretty. TRS 80. That's funny. Thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate that. Okay. I think I still have a VGA monitor somewhere. I don't know why I don't throw it out. I want to get... Oh, this is a nice view, too. Hold on. All right, let's get the full effect here. Let's go for full effect. All right, you ready? Let's do this. And let's do that. All right, we're going for full-blown effectage here. Why is there light coming out of here? Oh, it's because I left the TV set on. What is this dude all about? I don't want to see you. Oh, that's some PBS stuff. Hold on. Let's see if we can get something good on here. All right, that looks good. Oh, someone's going to get their throat cut or something. I don't want to see that. Steve, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Oh, now I can't see anything. We are definitely going to get the full effect. Hold on. We're definitely going to get the full effect. All right. You ready? Here we go. That was Mr. Rogers. All right. So now we're coming in our bedroom. Wow, is it dark? No, your eyes are not... Okay, let's just talk about this for a second. This is how I sleep. No lie. You see this? Like the darkness factor of it? I read this article and I did a lot of research about sleep hygiene, and ever since I started going full-blown pitch black, like when you open your eyes you cannot see anything, you go around with little pieces of electric tape and putting it over your LEDs, my sleep has improved like tenfold. So yeah, you can get down with that. All right, here, now we're going for the experience. Look at that. Yeah, I should call down for a robe, but we'll get antsy in a bit. We're going to talk about BAVETTES because I got a chance, like I said, to eat there with a couple of great friends of mine. We had an excellent time, and we'll do a little review about that. Chris and Nat, thank you very, 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 very much. Look at that. All right, it's getting nicer. A couple more minutes. It'll be dark. You can still see the reflection. There's still a little sunlight bouncing off the hills have eyes in the back over there. But Cosmo is looking real good. Look, MGM Grand is lighting up. See? Right there. Yeah, someone told me to get one of those My Pillow deals. I'm thinking about that. I go through pillows. You want to see what the valley looks like now up close? Look at that. I go through pillows like a freak. I change my pillows like every couple of months. It'll be grainy because it's so dark, but look how far the valley extends now. They're basically blowing the tops off of mountains to keep building. Yeah, this is the West Wing. I think this is a very good view. Like, this here is the South Wing, and it's purely mountain views except for, what you can see there, which is okay, too. I don't say no, The East Tower, obviously, that's a strip view. But this is pretty. My Pillow is a big ripoff. You got the hillside visor, but that's kind of neat right there. You see how it's reflecting off there? All right, let's go back in the dark. I don't like those pillows that are shaped like a U that your head sits into. I'm not a Borg. I like to move my head a little bit. Those memory foam pillows. Let's get some lights. There we go. Which ones do we want? This one's. All right. The memory foam pillows is still a decent view with the lights on. They cradle your head, but you can't frickin' move. I wake up with a headache with that. But I should try the My Pillow activities. All right, let's do some. We want to judge the artwork while we're here. All right, what do we think of this artwork? It's nice. I don't say no. What do we got here? It's an imitation canvas over it's like a particle board. All right. Sure, it's bolted to the wall. It's kind of nice. All right. Wear a gold cross and make $500,000 a year. I think they make more than that. What's his name drives around with like a $3 million Ferrari? What's that cat's name? He speaks the word and everything, but I don't know if you're supposed to profit that much off it. Not judging no one. That's actually a nice look right there. Hold on. Let me see. All right. Let's go. Let's see if I can isolate this view. Hold on. All right. All right, here we go. That's a nice view right there. See, I made a little tent out of the curtain here. That's a nice view. I'm enjoying it too. All right. What is that? What's that LED down there? That looks very Borg-like. And the lights are finally starting to show in the conservatory. Why did I get it? Why not? Actually, oh yeah, look at that. That's cool. 400 thumbs up. How many people we got? Want to do isn't this a view? I'm just taken in by it. Want to do a quick review of BAVETTES because like I said, I got a chance to eat there, and let's dig this view again. And I thought it was good. We're going to talk about that. A lot of people have asked me to recommend a steakhouse. And I do. I've recommended a few. Carbone, Italian, great steak there. The steakhouse up at Circus. And then there's always Oscar's downtown at the Plaza. But yeah, isn't this just awesome? Look how far the valley extends. All the way to the horizon. But we're going to talk about BAVETTES. Okay, let's talk about BAVETTES real quick. And I think we're going to go downstairs too in a little while. And for everyone who's bouncing on now, let me actually put some lights back on in here. That way you get a feel. I was waiting a half hour for this view to arrive, so we might as well enjoy it. But let's have a look around this room again. Get these lights on. Carbone is good. All right, there we go. All right, you got your couch. All right, we're gonna sit there in a minute. You got your gym shorts. Are these complimentary gym shorts? I don't know. Let's see. I think they fit. I might try those on later. See, this has definitely a more classic feel. I like it. I'm not saying no. But it is beautiful. Oh, let's check out this artwork. Everyone's done a picture like this. Who's a photographer at one time or another. But that's another one of those faux canvases. And I got my slippers on. I got my official Bellagio slippers on. Took my shoes off because I'm a gentleman. Let's go look at the and this is for all the people who just popped on. All right, let me not get locked out. Let me just poke our heads out here. Nice or what? Not showrooms. I don't want anyone home to me. Hey Megan, how you doing? Hugo's is good too. Absolutely. I think I'm going to be eating at Hugo's this week too. I got a friend of mine who says, let's do Hugo's, and I'm going to take him up on it. And this is a spare bed that they brought up in here. Got a desk to do some business. And this is what we're working with. Okay, all right, one last view. I think it's dark enough. And then we're going to talk about BAVETTES. All right, let's dig it. Yeah, that hallway is beautiful. All right, we'll get back into that. Let's chill for a second. Let's get some lights on. All right, that's nice. Let's get all lit up. Speaking of which, it's flask time. Shout out faux fishes. I do that too with my flat screens. Maybe that's why mine didn't last more than 4 years, because I always have something on it. I just dig that, you know. Now, talking about steak, I think this is too bright for me. We need a little mood, and then we'll talk. Let's see. Speaking about steak, the RW, the steakhouse at the RW sold a $20,000 steak. It was a 200 day aged porterhouse, and they got 20 grand for it. 20 freaking grand. All right, here we go. Golden steer isn't bad either. I don't say no. Let's get some viewage here. Some tequila is in the flask. That's a little too comfortable, and that's kind of that's a little bit of a rude shot there. Right in my All right, if I sit like that. All right, how about this? Oh yeah, this is cool. All right, cool. But you're not getting to see anything. Hold on. Let me see if I can move this chair without ripping my shoulder out of its socket. Mm-mm. Am I good? I gotta move these vases. All right. Oh yeah. All right. This is pretty boss. Got the view back there. Got me chilling over here. I got my Bellagio slippers on. Got a little like memory foam action in there. All right. They're cool. No holes in my socks. You know, I checked. All right. So let's talk about. Well, first let me see if I got any super chattage or any comments. Shows the villas down next to the pool. That is a good idea, Steve. I like that. And oh, Chris and that, we got that. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I think I will poke my head down there. Okay. This is how I rock right here. Wait, hold on, catching my feet. All right, wait, hold on. All right, that's good. Am I digging this or am I digging this? Yeah, no, this is cool. All right, cool. Let's see. We'll talk about BAVETTES. For all you non-carnivores, there are some vegan selections over at BAVETTES. If you don't know BAVETTES has a long history. They have several locations. They are also located in Chicago, which is their original, and BAVETTES is located in Park MGM. Once you go in, it's very nondescript. It has this beautiful neon light when you first go in there, very retro. You walk in, little lobby, and the minute that door closes behind you, you can almost forget you're actually in a casino, which is kind of cool because a lot of these steakhouses, a lot of the restaurants in this town, they want to give you the feel, they want to give you what I would say the best of both worlds. They want to give you a fine dining experience and feel like you're still part of the action. BAVETTES took a different tact. Once you're inside BAVETTES, you can be anywhere. You're just sort of transported into a completely different vibe. It's like a 20s, maybe early 30s steakhouse feel. Uh, Wood everywhere, beautiful lighting, mostly probably faux incandescent, but really nice. It's not all LEDs. It's like old school. If you've ever been to, obviously, BAVETTES in Chicago, or if you've been to New York, if you've been to any of the Peter Lugers, same type of feel. A heavy wood. I wouldn't call it rustic. I would call it classic. It has a classic. It's just a great feel in there. Period music, which was nice too. As far as the food goes, this. All right, you want to talk about the sides real quick? The sides. All right, for all you foodies out there, I don't normally do food reviews, but I've been asked about it a lot. A, to do food reviews. B, to go to BAVETTES. So again, had the opportunity, so we'll talk about it real quick. And this will be my, look at that, with my slippers on. Well, this will be my first foray into a food review. Okay, let's talk about sides for a second. The side dishes there were phenomenal. If you were to ask, okay, the steak was wonderful. Different places might cook it, might season it a little different, but for the most part, a good steak is a good steak. To me, what made that was the side dishes. They were very creative. What I would recommend is the corn side. All right, what is the corn side? The corn side is picture a homemade macaroni and cheese, sauce a little thinner, less gooey, but still authentic cheese. But instead of macaroni or some form of pasta, they used corn. So it became like a creamed corn, sort of a mac and cheese consistency and feel with just enough cayenne pepper that they put in there. I know it was cayenne and some white, I could taste it. That it was just absolutely phenomenal. Best cream corn, and it was inventive. You're talking about a mac and cheese, a corn side dish that harkened back to like a mac and cheese. It was very creative, and it was delicious. And then I don't care what anyone says about Brussels sprouts. I think most people who hate Brussels sprouts probably have never tried them or just never ate them cooked right. But I love Brussels sprouts. They have to be perhaps boiled first to soften them, then fried and everything. But what Bavette's did, they took it up a notch. They did fry them. They did have, there was almost a little like panko in there, tiny bit of caramelized onions, but they had a sort of a form of a teriyaki sauce. Picture this, a teriyaki sauce, but not so much with the soy aspect of it, more of a honey flavor came through. So you had the savory going on of the Brussels sprouts and how they fried and seasoned them, and then they was seeped in that teri, teriyaki-like consistency, but with a honey flavor. Who'd have thought of that? Sweet Brussels sprout. What just happened? Was that clap on, clap off? Power shortage. Anyway, that was freaking awesome. Okay, next up, you digging this? Steak tartare with this beautiful, highly leavened bread with these big, glorious pockets of air. That way it had all the nooks and crannies in them. It was gorgeous. Perfectly done. Crispy, crispy golden brown. But the steak tartare, here's the thing about the steak tartare. The way they cut it into, it was very small cubes. It wasn't like laid out flat with some put the red onion on top and bada bing, bada boom. More like a carpaccio. But this steak tartare was cut to the perfect size, seasoned to perfection. And on top of that, I'm not a huge onion fan. I mean, I like caramelized onions, but I'm not big on raw onions. But red onion is a steak tartare thing. But the ratio of the steak to the red onion, I've never tasted a ratio like that in a steak tartare. It was just perfect to the point where the red onions were there. You were like, yeah, I get the red onions, but it was like they were just there. It wasn't overpowering it. It wasn't because I don't even like it. If it was when a steak tartare has too much or anything has too much onion, I pick them shits off. But it was just perfect, and they cubed the red onion smaller than the cubes of meat, which was genius too. That way the texture wasn't playing with your head. You're not going from one texture in your mouth to the other texture. And let me tell you, it melted in your mouth. You did not have to chew it. You put it in your mouth, explosion of flavor. You almost could swish it around and swallow it. It was that good. Um, the other side dish was button mushrooms. Standard fare button mushrooms. They were good, but I would have gone for seconds on the tartare or that amazing corn. And also, they did an absolute wonderful job on a mashed potato side. The steak had a choice between wet or a dry aged steak. Recommendation: good friend of mine said get the wet. Tried the wet. The wet was good. It was cooked very well. even, like some of these places, they cook it longer on one side. I mean, they cook it evenly on both sides or unevenly, where the actual rare or whatever like favors one side. No, this was perfection. The crust on it was perfect. They make their own steak seasoning. They use what I perceive to be like a little bit of a kosher salt, a little more coarse. Good. It was good. It was good. And to top off the meal was we had a big slice. It was like this big of like a sort of a mud pie per se. It was sort of like a slightly denser chocolate mousse with this handmade whipped cream on it with 3 different chocolate shavings on it. Wonderful. You'd think it would sink like a brick because it was a little dense, but again, put it in your mouth, melted. Amazing. Polished off this dinner at BAVETTES with a French roast coffee by a company out of, I believe, Chicago called Project X. And it's just made specifically for BAVETTES. So if you're a coffee drinker, was dining with a friend of mine who's not so much of a coffee drinker, and he said, best effing coffee ever. It is. It was. And I'll tell you what, I'm not a huge French roast guy because I find it a little on the weak side maybe, and no, the way that they did a good job. It still was full flavor, but not like overwhelming after all that complicated flavors of that meal. Polished off that meal excellently. And I'll also say service was phenomenal from the management to our host. Friend ordered a dirty martini, and she had a sense of humor. Dig this. She goes, like, how dirty do you want it? Well, dirty, dirty. She goes, like, filthy dirty? Frank goes, yeah, filthy. And she goes, like, Miley Cyrus dirty? And, that we just lost it. That was some funny shit right there. So he got him a Miley Cyrus filthy dirty martini. And I had an old fashioned, but it was tequila based. Good stuff. And it had a slice of perfectly ripened mango in it. All right, perfectly ripened mango in there, and a little bit of sugar in the bottom. It was, yeah, I sipped that throughout the entire meal. Just enough ice to keep it cold, but by the time it melted, did not dilute it. Well done. So, that's my review of BAVETTES. I highly recommend it. It's not your Fat Tuesdays, there's no kids menu in there. It's an elegant place. It's a beautiful place. It's a well-known place, and the food was fantastic. So I will give them 5 Bror stars. So shout out BAVETTES. Thank you for taking care of us, and shout out to my friends who were my companions for the evening. Had a wonderful time. Can't wait to do it again. So, do I recommend BAVETTES? Abso-freaking Lutely. And that's over at Park MGM. All right, so how do you enjoy that food review? I can get down with some food, come on now. Think I couldn't get down with some food? Heck yeah, not cheap. I'm talking, the steaks were probably, let's just talk steaks for a second. 75-ish in that area there. So yeah, it's not your Fat Tuesdays, but it's not like beat you over the head stupid, and definitely worth every penny. So I'd put it in like they always put the $4 signs. I would put it in like the $3.50 sign category. It gets 5 sugar packets out of 5. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Are you digging the view now? Unfortunately, this display. This is the conservatory down there, the Bellagio Conservatory, which we're going to head down to in a bit. Due to the display, it's not a very colorful display this year, so it's not as lit up as it normally is. But the pools are looking on point, right? Did you enjoy that food review? I'll do more of them. Yeah, 50 to 95. Yeah, I'd say like, yeah, if you're going to get a wet steak, it's probably on the lower end. If you're going to get a dry steak, a dry aged steak, it's probably closer to, it's in the 75 to 90, 95 range. But again, worth it. What is that noise? Oh, I think I didn't slam this vent down enough. You hear that? I'll do more reviews. I'll get down with some. I mean, they're hard to do. Let me get the lights back on here. They're hard to do actually in there because, who wants BrorFredrik freaking interrupting their meals with, the whole blah, 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 all that type of stuff. That's why I did a post-meal review. And I'll be perfectly honest, if it sucked, I'd tell you it sucked, but it was good. That was very, very good. I would do a review on Carbone, ate there not too long ago, but oh, I was looking for my flask. I ate there not too long ago, but it's not fresh in my mind. That's tequila in the flask. We're almost, let's listen. Hold on. Yeah, a little better than half done. Oh, I think I jacked this up. This is whistling now. Shout out Bellagio slippers. A little more. I mean, that was fresh in my mind. I remember, Carbone, but I'll do the reviews when, I still have the taste in my mouth. And the taste in my mouth was good. All right, let's see. Let's have one more look over here. All right, let's look out this window. Because I think maybe we'll go, what time is it? It is 8:50? How long was that review? Was that like a 20-minute review? I think I might have to cut that into a separate video. Which reminds me, okay, before we get started, I am going to make a separate video about this. All right, let me get my shit together. Hold on. I'll leave the lights on so I don't get spooked when that's a nice view. Look at this here. Let me shut this TV off. I think Bob Barker or someone is still in there. What's that? All right, let's shut this TV off. Hey, dog. All right, there we go. This is my attire tonight. I got my dollar bill, yo. Found this in my closet. This harkens back to radio show days. Got my martini glass buttons and everything. I used to wear, this was a company called, I think they're out of business now. It's called Casino Wear. And I used to have a partnership with them during the show. So this isn't a jive shirt. This is like $100. So yeah. I don't know if they're still in business though. Okay, I'm going to sit you up on the camera here and I'm going to get ready to boogie. We're going to go downstairs. Let me take this mic off. We'll go downstairs, and I think we're going to check out the conservatory real quick. You guys want to check out the conservatory, or you just want to look around? Yeah, it's called, Casino Wear is the actual brand. I think they're still in business. I'm going to tidy up a little bit. Let me get the mic over here. I'm going to tidy up a little bit. I'm going to get my shoes on. I'm going to do a couple things. If you want to go downstairs, we'll go downstairs. You want to go? You missed the bubble bath. That would have taken a considerable amount of super chat. Oh, I can see Aria. Let's look at Aria. I didn't notice that. There's Aria like right there. This is the top right there. That's kind of cool. All right, we'll check out the conservatory. But I'm gonna make a separate video. I'm gonna put this mic here, so I'll try to use my outside voice, as I get ready here. All right, mic check, mic check. Can you guys still hear me? Because I want to talk about this as I get my stuff together. Can you guys hear me? I'm gonna wait a second. We'll find out. BAVETTES was good. Just go. Enjoy it. Hey, John. How you doing? Okay, you guys can hear me? All right. Because I'm going to get my stuff together. I'll walk around a little bit. But this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do, I don't know if it's going to be weekly, maybe bi-weekly, once a month, something like that. But here's an idea. Let me roll it by everyone. Wait, let's get a hit first. Shout out Flask. Okay. You guys know my email address. It is HeyBrorFredrik @gmail.com. What I want you to do is I want you to think of your favorite Las Vegas story or experience, or perhaps even a food review, maybe a restaurant review, maybe a hotel review, something. If you take the time to write it down, I'm going to go through them all, and if it's something that I think is going to benefit the community as a whole, I mean, if you send me something, like, oh, that place sucks, and, it gave me the heebie-jeebies, and, put that on Yelp. I want to hear about good experiences, great experiences, things that other people might want to enjoy, or just wacky shit that might have happened to you in Vegas, like your best Vegas story. I got Vegas stories. I'm sure you got Vegas stories too. So, compose an email, send it to HeyBrorFredrik @gmail.com. Let's see, what should the subject matter be? Vegas story. Just put Vic, because I get so much freaking spam. It's stupid. Like, I get at least 50 to 75 emails every single day, and I would say more than half are spam. The other half are from you, wonderful people. So put Vegas story in it. I'm sure the spammers will start doing that now too. Because the freaking spammers, I know you watch too, you suck. Put Vegas story. Tell me your best Vegas story or your best Vegas, like, don't miss out review. And I will read it live, and we'll do it interactively, and I'll give you shout outs and credits, and we'll all either appreciate what you've done, or we'll laugh our asses off at your funny story, or we'll go, whoa, whatever. But that is a segment I'm going to start soon, and I'm going to do a separate video tomorrow about how that whole thing is going to work, so you guys get a heads up on it. So, what I need to do is find my shoes. Where'd I leave my shoes? Where'd I leave my shoes? Oh. Wah, 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 they're right here. Alright. Off with the wonderful, beautiful, sexy ass Bellagio slippers. Alright. Comes with their own carrying case here. I'll put these up on eBay later. Alright, be right back. I might have to take a leak. You might have to be patient for that. No, I'll spare you the bathroom usage. I'm good. All right. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'll do room reviews. If you guys are in town, you gotta, not like, the no-tell motel or anything, but, I like to check out the nice rooms in town. Let's have one more last look. I'm gonna take this briefcase with me. Let's have one more last look around. Let's see some nighttime pool activities. Ow, that's not cool. All right. All right, ready? If you're drinking, drink along with me. We're going downstairs. All right, let's go undercover. Let's take a look around here. All right, let's dig. Yeah, yeah, I know. No, that's for later. That's gonna be a celebration for an event, something that's in the works. Let's put it that way. Hey, water's good. I don't say no. All right, let's check it out. Isn't that a nice view? Josh will travel. Yeah, feed the fish. Shout out fish. That's Joe. That's Nancy. That's Wally over there. I forget these guys' names. I didn't give them names. And that is George. George is like chilling. Okay. What cologne? I am wearing Polo Black. It just seemed like a Polo Black night. You know, I wear the more musky, stronger scents at night than I do during the day because they're more appropriate. But isn't this a view? Is this a view or what? All right, let's see. I wish the conservatory had, a little more lights going on. I'm mowing curly. All right, now let's go check out the real quick. Do I got everything? I think I got everything. Not that I'm not coming back, but all right. Let's see. Oh, here we go. You ready? Mark, thank you very much. Slightly different view. I mean, this room's only 20 feet away, but it's definitely a slightly different view. South wing. We're in the west wing. I like my colognes, I like oil-based colognes. Alcohol-based colognes tend to give even me a headache. Plus, oil-based colognes, they change, They go with your pH, so they're different on everyone. Oh, someone's calling. Let's see who's calling. Is that one of you guys? Are you guys like pranking me? What's up? Oh, all right. We're not answering it. Yeah, musky. I like woodsy. I like cedar scents. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna leave totally dark when I come back. This looks appropriate. Let's get this one. That looks nice. So one last look around. Yeah, who's freaking stalking me up here? You bastards. You spammers. It's probably the spammers. I'm getting so much spam lately. It's like mind-boggling. And I gotta try these shorts on later. And make sure I got keys. And make sure we got everything. I think we have gold. Yeah, exactly. Oil-based goes with your pH and your body chemistry. Alcohol just kind of, it just, nada. I think we're good. Every time I leave a hotel room, it takes me like 99 looks around, even though I know I'm coming back. It's just a freaky habit I have. All right. So let's ditch it. I wouldn't say dated. I would say they just, it's sort of a timeless look. I mean, it's not a modern look, put it that way. I mean, the Aria went for a little more modern look. The Wynn, their penthouse suites are a combination of this, a more classic traditional look, and with a little modern edge to it. But, this is the only style. They have several styles as well. So let me, yeah, right, there's a DoorDash. Okay, hold on. And make sure it was good. Let me make sure we got everything. Oh, car warranty calls. Bunch of D's. Alright. Say goodbye to the 1-bedroom suite, penthouse suite at the Bellagio. And let's go down the hallway. No, we're not going that way. Alright, let's do the slam. Alright, let's boogie. Done with that. Alright, have fun.
Yep. You too.
Alright.
Coming too.
Alright, we're back out. Did I lose you guys? You guys still here? Let me, you know what? I'm gonna go down here a bit. Yes, no, yes, no. Alright, I didn't know if I lost you guys or not. I just did a quick stream reset just to make sure. They were having problems on the elevator. Alright, cool. Let's go over to, we're gonna go over to let's go to the conservatory. That was the game plan. So how's the mic check, picture good, mic good? Let me know. Yeah, I know. As soon as I hit those elevators, I figured we were gonna gank out hard. So, yeah. See if I can cruise up this way. It's all good? Okay. We got good picture, good mic once again? Awesome! I'm really not supposed to be over here in this part of the casino. So, let's do this as quick as humanly possible. They don't like me cruising around over here too much. Alright, we're good? A lot of people for a Thursday night. Holy cow. Yikes. We're just dying to meet you. Wow, it's a lot of people. Yeah, so if you're new to the channel, you might as well go ahead and like, share, subscribe, hit that bell button, get notified when I do this again, which is Thursday nights, Saturday nights, and Tuesday afternoons. And I'd appreciate some support on the channel. If it's something you're inspired to do, you can do that with Patreon, channel membership, Cash App, Venmo, all sorts of ways. And of course the super chattage, and you can click on any links in the description below. Alright, let's go inside here. Yeah, I'm walking like way too fast. I gotta catch my breath. Let's look around. Let's catch our breath here. Alright, now I'm ready. Now you can walk in the conservatory from any angle. They used to have it like during the shutdown, that you had to go like in one direction and blah 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 blah, all this other type of stuff. That doesn't happen anymore. You can just walk in. But quickly, I'll tell you guys something. There is some chatter in town about possibly going back to the thing you put over your face. They're actually considering that because LA is considering it hard. And unfortunately, SHIT from LA rolls downhill here. So yeah, that might be a thing. Not confirmed, cannot deny, but there is chatter. Now, that suite, now picture where we are now. The penthouse suite we were just in is like way the F up there. Yeah, so they are talking about it. So I will keep you informed about what the thing over your face situation is going to be. It's not going to change anytime soon, but it's a numbers-based thing, and you know the powers that be jacking with the numbers a bit. So I don't know. Like I said, SHIT rolls downhill from LA, and LA is kind of being a little bit of a D about it. Alright, so let's take in this. I think I'm cranking. I reset the stream at a beautiful, let's see, 4500, 4.5 megabits. And I got some 1080p action going. So let's just dig the views. Connection seems pretty on too. Let's see. Shout out Flowers. And Mark, thank you for that super chattage. Mark Hell. Good man. Wow, it is packed in here. That's a cool ass jacket he's wearing right there. Is it a great connection? Nice, I like that. Excellent. Hopefully we won't get spanked on this music, but it's so loud in here that I don't think it's recognizable. I mean the ambient sound of all these humans. Oh, check out the bird up there. That's cool. Shout out Toucan. Oh, there's another one up there. All right, that's cool. Yeah, they did a great job this year. Yeah, let's not get controversial about the who wants to get it or who doesn't. You know, let's not go there, please. Because it's no one's business except their own. I don't even know what this music is. It sounds familiar though. Hopefully it's not familiar to YouTube. Bob Dingo's on his way over. Alright, let me work. Excuse me? Excuse me?
I'm sorry. You didn't tell me what you did.
Drunk asses. Oh, they're having a little private party over there. I'm not gonna point the camera in there. Yeah, it's all real. Well, I would say 90% of it is real. Like this is all real. Like I could pluck that and stick it in a glass of water at home and it would grow. I mean, that's beautiful. Look at this here. That is loud, but I think it's indistinct. Oh, the light isn't on this giant donut. All right, like this isn't real. That's like, oh wait, I spoke too soon. No, that's plastic. Those are like cranberry type dealies. But this is all real. All right, let's keep it moving. Someone gave her some beautiful roses. Obelisk still freaked me out. Which way are we going? Let's go. All right. We went the back way. Let's go. Let's get back in the groove here with everyone. See, now it's just. I kind of liked it when it was organized and everyone was moving in the same direction. That I'll admit. I want to chill out up there, right? I want to hang out there and like sip some scotch and chill, have a cigar or something. I want to go up there. This is cool. That's supposed to be like some type of, you're welcome, some type of Mother Nature thingamajiggy there. Oh, I'm photobombing. Photobomb! Photobombing in the house. Shout out Red Ear Slider Turtle, dude. Oh, now they're getting like, what is this, like some 80s beat. There's like flock of seagulls or something. Oh, they cleaned this out. Last time we were here, this was dirty AF. Now we can see these bad boys. They're coming. I got someone working on that. Look at this here, the t-shirt. Don't be a D. Look at them. It's all nice and clean now. No, it is open 24/7. You can come in here at any time, day, night, whatever. I would say like after midnight it quiets down, and it's completely different daytime to nighttime, obviously because of the lights. And it's not just that there's no lights on, it just looks different. So you'll have a completely different experience during the day as you will at night. So it's sort of worth doing both. So if you kick it here for a while, like try to come at like 7 you know, and then come again and check it out like 9 and go play some Buffalo, and you get the best of both worlds. Trisha, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And all you new subscribers. Speaking of subscribing, if you want to subscribe to my other channel, Soulful Soundscapes, which is all meditation music, sleep music, white noise, pink noise, brown noise, binaural beats, meditation, all produced by yours truly. If that's your thing, go and check it out. The link is in the description. I'd appreciate your support over there too. Soulful Soundscapes. If it's your thing. If it ain't your thing, it ain't your thing. Ain't twisting your arm. Just making a suggestion. Help out your buddy Bror. Wow, it's so cool to see all these people. Gary, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Look at this. This is so nice. All right. I mean, nice in terms of seeing all the people, all the peoples. Let me see if we can okay, this is what we would do. Oh, okay, here's one. I come here and edit sometimes because they got outlets, you know? I mean, I would do a show over here, but, you know, it's not the most exciting thing in the world. But, okay, let me show you where we was at. We was, as far as, we were right there. That's where we were, and that's what we were looking down on. All right, let me see if there was any notes attached to those. Walk over to Caesars. That is a possibility. Let me see what time it is. 9:21. Yeah, that's a possibility. Let's see. We could do that. I haven't triggered their Wi-Fi, so I'd have to go back on the 5G. And I also have an appointment in a couple of hours, believe it or not. So I want to keep this a little bit brief. So let's see. I want to check the connection going in this direction too.
9% word of the day. Hi,
The 9% word of the day. How you doing, my friend?
I'm Aaron. Nice to meet you.
Aaron. Oh, you're at Badara, right?
Yeah. How's it
This
going?
is Aaron that was at Badara. We were throwing paper planes back and forth.
Yep.
How you doing?
Been a
Great
subscriber
to
for a
meet you,
long
my
time.
friend. Excellent. Thank you. So what are you doing tonight?
Walking around.
Just doing your thing, all right. We just did our thing over here. Gonna wrap it up pretty soon, but it was fun. I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you very much. Thank you. That was Aaron. Aaron is awesome. He's an OG 9%er. He's been around a good long time. Let's look at the treehouse. That was great. I appreciated meeting him. Awesome. That guy was gonna run me over with his piece of luggage. That wouldn't have boded well for him. Let's walk outside real quick. Yeah, want to see it? Okay, all right. I'll give you some more views. And then I want to head this way real quickly. Visit the Rolex. Yeah. I mean, I would. I can. I don't know if it's, you know. Yeah, I don't know. You know what we'll do? We'll go, one of these nights, we'll go to the watch stores at Crystal's. I think that would be a little more entertaining. I'll do that. Definitely. They're a little fussy over here. You know, a little more fussy over here security-wise. You know, cameras, Rolexes, Bellagio, you know. But I'll do it at, I will do it at the Crystal shops. Not that they're any less, but they're individual places. You don't have like 3 layers of security to contend with. Alright, let's see how we're doing out here. We looking good? Alright, good. I don't want to wander too far. I'm kind of enjoying being on the Wi-Fi. We'll see what the transition might be like. Look at all these people waiting for cabs and such. Frickin' yikes. It's not nowhere near as bad as the line that was at the RW the other day. Holy cow, that was lengthy. We're still doing good over here though. Ooh, Doug Bell said this channel gets wild. Wild in terms of what? Wild and crazy guys? Nah. I don't know about wild, but we have a lot of frickin' fun, that's for sure. Let's see, which way are we gonna go? Woo, it is hot out here. It seems hotter right now than it was. Oh, this is gonna
Crazy different vibe than any hockey game.
I bet, yeah, like all of this entertainment and shit.
Alright, we good? I think we have a lot of fun. What I like about us is us. You know, I like the BrorNation. I like the kind of loud. I don't know if I want to go in that direction. Let me see. No, we're good. They might say it's a cover song. Let's bolt right by. Stream's still looking good. That's awesome. Yeah, we did good tonight, stream-wise. Working on some new stuff. You'll see some improvements, some changes. You know, there'll still be a couple hiccups, working some things out, but I think overall, we are on the right track, and it's only going to get better from here. Guarantee it. Describe the taste of what? Of the Bellagio? It's got like a woodsy tone, and you can taste the cask a little bit, but it's a little fruity at the same time. In the Bellagio. Alright, you see this over here? We're at there's the M Life right there, and this is the best Bellagio in the entire place. Look at that buffalo.